So, you've had a kind of a short rest. You've reflected on your travels so far, gained new abilities, no doubt, and yeah, what would you like to do from here?
Okay, so I think we're just waiting for the head of the guards, right?
Hmm.
We were told to stay here.
So you're gonna stay there until he turns up.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, probably better to just sit tight.
Okay. It doesn't take long. Eventually, you do come across. You kind of like go out and meet your boy Soren outside, talking to two of his guard friends. Eventually, after a few minutes of waiting, you do see this mountain of muscle.
Oh,
Jesus.
And yeah, he is pretty much, as you see him, is a very pale looking, like typically Barovian pale man, completely bald. The features that stick out to you the most are the grotesquely monstrous right hand. It seems to have like claws and
where does he get his nails done?
you don't know. They are not very well kept. They've got bits of you can see they've got bits of blood and fur under them. He has a something that you would consider a very large axe. So you think you wouldn't be able to hold that in two hands, and he's just sort of carrying it around in one, like it's his handbag. And you kind of like you're a few feet away as he approaches the guys and says, "Are they still here?" And you can like hear a bit of
Hello.
conversation going back and forth. You call out, and
Um.
he
sh-
like looks over Soren's shoulder. He like grabs Soren's entire head in his grotesque hand and like pushes him aside, and just
Oh,
walks up
Oh.
to the gates of the church and stops at the gates and says, "You come here."
I point at me, and
Yes, you.
I point at the girls.
Bring all your friends.
We should probably go. Hello.
Approach.
I'm Von Fancytrow at your service, and I do a deep curtsy.
I don't care.
Oh,
Nice form, though, on that curtsy, Heim.
I've been working the knees.
Clearly.
My men tell me you are new here and that you killed wolves. Is this true?
Um, it was more of a her killing the wolves. I really inspired one of your guards.
He did say he was very tingly.
I don't know how much of that was me, especially depending on where the tingles were, but yes, I definitely did inspire him.
He says, if you want to stay here, you pass the test.
Oh, is it? I'm not so good with the written, but if it's an oral exam, I'm pretty confident.
It's physical.
Oh,
You won't
What
have
is
to
the
do
I'd rather
test?
much.
take the written if possible.
He says, he pulls out he like shoulders his axe and with his human hand he pulls out a thin silver dagger. He says, I have to know you aren't a creature of the night.
I mean, yeah, fine. I'll like hold out my arm and just kind of pout because I just got all of the blood off of me. I'm gonna need another bath. Well, go on then.
Right, so you're like holding your arm out to him or something.
Yeah.
So you hold your arm out, and he literally just gets the knife and he just presses the flat of the blade against your wrist. And he
Oh,
holds it there for a couple of seconds, like looking for something, expecting something. And then he pulls it away and says, "You pass." And he points at you, Jaime, and says, "You here."
um, okay. I just want to put all the cards on the table and say I do have gills,
Here.
but okay.
And he like prompts you to hold your arm out.
I hold my arm out shakily.
And he slowly presses the knife against your wrist.
I eek.
You feel the cold bite of metal against your skin.
Ooh,
He holds
just
it
like the
there for
stethoscope.
holds it there for a few seconds. Then he looks at you. You pass.
Oh, you've
He,
got
lo-
a flair for drama.
he looks at you, Eloise, and says, "You here." Hello.
I put my arm out.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like brushes the fur aside a little bit so he gets to the skin. He presses the knife against the inside of your arm. Nothing happens. He withdraws it and says, "You two pass.
Excellent.
Where are the rest of your friends?"
They're seeking sanctuary in um the church behind us.
You see him like think about that. He like looks at the church. He scowls a little bit. And he goes, "Tomorrow. If they got that far, they can't be bad."
They've been granted sanctuary. They're not only seeking it. If that helps at all.
As we do not have jurisdiction over these grounds. But if Father Lucian let them in, and the building isn't on fire, then everything is fine. Just tell them to make themselves known to me when available.
I will pass on the message.
You cause any trouble here, I will end you.
I'm too small to cause trouble.
You smell like trouble.
I smell like wolf. You should have seen me about, 20 minutes ago. I was covered in blood.
We were all covered in wolf blood not so long ago. Perhaps you can be an asset instead of an enemy.
I don't have any intent on being an enemy. So, at least we're on the same page.
He just eyeballs you for a second.
I eyeball him right back.
Give me an intimidation roll.
Oh god. Yeah, not my best skill. Oh yeah.
20.
20.
Okay. Where's my dice? 21.
Oh.
You kind of like
my
meet
God.
his gaze, and like he rolled a 18 with a +3. So like you meet his gaze, and like you have never been more determined to look angry in your entire life, and like you hold it for as long as you possibly can. But then you think, this guy's actually fucking unhinged. Like there's something wrong with this man.
I want to. Can I?
He
use,
should have blinked by now.
Can I use thaumaturgy to make my eyes flash red?
You absolutely can.
Yeah, I do that as I look away.
All right.
It's sort of like the beginning of A Fistful of Dollars, or the ending of A Fistful of Dollars. There's a lot of staring in that movie. Actually, it's like any part of A Fistful of Dollars.
From which any Clint Eastwood western is just staring for.
Yes.
Yeah. You have like one of those moments, like Eloise and Haim are just like, do we stop them? Is this okay?
Are they
gonna
Are
fuck?
they going to kiss?
Yeah. Yeah, they eventually break, and you see Ezek, once he sees your red eyes, he's like, "Ugh," and he stalks off. He brings his guards with him. You see Sorin kind of like trail behind, and you see him mouth to you like, "Turn in, good prices, good booze." Thumbs up.
Give him a thumbs up. I hope nothing bad happens to Soren. I just remembered something that I wanted to do from the end of last session. I took some of the wolf teeth. I just like ripped them out of the head while we were running into the city.
Mm-hmm.
Could I have, in our time waiting, like just, I don't know, using something, I'm sure there's tools around, like drilled a small hole and made one of the teeth into a necklace?
Yeah, but that's what you were doing while you were relaxing in the bath.
Yeah.
Just like, making a nice bit of jewelry.
Yeah.
Something for Etsy. Yeah.
I will I'll go back inside and find Irina and Ismark
Mm-hmm.
and pass on the message that they're to report to. Wait, did we get his name?
Ezek.
Ezek. Yeah. Oh yes,
I'll
right.
put it in the chat. Oh.
And I will give the necklace to Irina. Oh, Ezek. Okay, that's not how I spelled it.
Yes, I don't know how to pronounce that. I said Ezek. Zek. But yeah, you give the necklace to Irene and she's like, oh, thank you to remember our journey. That's wonderful.
And your final battle with us, or at least the most recent one.
Well, I
Like
hope
I
not the
said, you did.
last. I would love to be more help to you now that I'm safe.
Of course.
I don't know how. She like points her head towards Ismark. I don't know how, my brother will feel, but I would love to go on more adventures. That was so much fun.
We will be around, but keep this for now, just as a reminder of what you can do, just in case he gets a little too stuffy.
Yeah. As you're walking away, Ismark kind of like sidelines you. Like, not aggressively, he just like kind of speak with you very quickly.
Sure.
So he kind of like brings you up into like a side passage, like behind a pillar, and he says, "Don't tell anyone we're here,
You mean aside from anybody who already knows?
especially that one that came earlier. Do not. Just tell them we left.
Okay.
He can't come in here. I'm pretty sure. I don't think he's allowed in here. But just don't let anyone know we're here if you can help it.
I will tell the others as well, but
I trust you. I trust your friends. And I trust the people here, but everyone else is unknown."
I understand. You've sacrificed a lot to get here.
So have you. We could not have made it without you.
We did
Oh.
our best.
I will somehow find a way to repay you. I cannot thank you enough.
Well, you did lose an eye, so
A small price to pay to keep my sister safe.
I
We would have
understand.
died without you.
Just remember she's not weak. Ian.
So he chuckles a bit. It's like, yeah, I know, but it's just my instinct as her brother. I have to keep her safe.
I understand the instinct.
If I can receive harm in her place, then I will do so. I know she's not weak, but it's all I'm good for.
Just you don't have to be a martyr in the place of somebody who can take care of themselves. Just remember that. There is protection, and then there is going too far.
He kind of like thinks about that for a second. You see those words like sink in. He's like, yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm being too overprotective.
Teach her things. I'm sure she can learn quite a bit from you.
Well, she's learned a lot from you. Perhaps she's ready to look after herself.
Maybe when she's better, if this place can help her.
I hope so. What are you going to do now that you're here?
Well, we have a toy shop to visit. I promised Heim Legos. Beyond that, I guess keep figuring out how to fuck up Strahd.
Well, best of luck with that.
Yeah, we'll need it.
If you need our help, once I'm fully recovered, I will be at your side.
We'll come find you.
We'll be here. And kind of
Stay
just, like,
safe.
nods to you, and yeah.
I will rejoin the group.
Okay. So.
To the toy store?
Toy store.
To the toy store.
Get some fucking Legos. All right. So you leave the church. You now have complete free reign over everything. You can do whatever you want. You're no longer being followed by the guard.
Full.
The world is your oyster in these like 50 square miles that you're allowed to be in.
Cool.
Before we start shopping, should we secure rooms at the inn? Like first, see how much that costs. Sorry, Paige, I can't hear
Yeah, I
you.
can barely hear you.
I just said we'll drop our stuff off.
You want to
Yeah,
drop your stuff off?
go get some rooms.
Okay. So you know that from your guided tour from Sorin that the inn is located here, and the toy shop is located here. So you probably have time to go and get some rooms, and then go to the toy store before it gets too dark. You saw a lot of the shops like closing up for the night, but you don't think that you think there's still time to drop your shit off and go to the toy store before it's too dark.
If not, there's always the morning.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you're here now.
Yeah.
You've arrived. So, what would you like to do?
To the inn?
To the
Yep.
inn. To the inn. Okay, so it takes you about half an hour to walk from the chapel to the center of town. You can see I think I have a picture of it actually. Yes, I do. Yes. So it's kind of like dark right now. You see this quite homely looking inn. Do you want to approach it?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, then I'll change the map. So, I believe your tokens are down there. So if you scroll to the bottom of the page, you should have your tokens in there. Eloine is in there for wrong reasons. You're outside. I just need to give our recording dummy access to one of your tokens. But yeah, if you bear with, I will eventually reveal to you what this place looks like. Oh shit, how do I do this? Oh, do I have to give the recording dummy a token? Yeah, sure, I'll just give him this. This represents... how am I gonna do this? Not anticipate this. Oh, I know what to do. Bear with. If I just give... Now you should be able to see. So can everyone see the map right now?
Yes.
Yeah. I need to scroll down. Ah, there it is. I need to scroll down on recordings map. Oh, the joys of controlling two players. There we go. I'll edit that out. Anyway, yeah, we are at the Blue Water Inn. Let me just give you the description. So, very smoke issues from the chimney of this large two-story wooden building with a stone foundation and a sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sigil hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. You can see a 3-foot high stone well protruding to your southwest. Also a shack to the north. But yeah, from inside you can basically hear just the sounds of drinking, general conversation, and warmth. billowing from within.
All right. Well, shall we?
Let's do it.
Be our guest. Be our guest.
Step inside. Ooh.
Okay. So, as you step inside, you see as you go through the doors, there's a couple of damp cloaks like hanging from pegs by the door, kind of dripping with moisture. The tavern's just packed with tables and chairs, and narrow paths meandering between them. You see a bar stretching along one wall from the south to the north, under which is a balcony, which you can kind of see by this like dotted line near the bar.
Mm.
So that's basically the balcony that goes above it. You can see above you there's a row of rooms. You can just see some closed doors. Another balcony hangs over the entrance to the east. All the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars, as if anticipating some sort of attack. Lanterns are hanging above the bar and resting on the tables, which bathe the room in a dull orange light, which casts deep shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with the wolf heads mounted on wooden plaques, which are sort of seasonal, as far as you can tell. And yeah, you can see a fairly middle-aged woman behind the bar. To your north, you can see two fairly rugged-looking gentlemen up here, sort of just like ignoring you, just in their cups, just kind of talking to each other quietly. There's another commoner out here just having a drink, another one just south. Yeah.
Anyone want a drink?
A Firbolg.
Oh, I forgot to say.
Firbolg walks into a bar.
There's also I forgot to mention this. There's also a vibrantly coloured half-elven gentleman stood at the bar having a conversation with the barkeep. You can't. Well, if you want to make a perception check, you can try to hear what they're saying, but you can't quite make it out by normal.
I'm definitely going to do that.
Oh, 18. Fantastic. 18, 15. Good scores, good scores. Right, so. So yeah, he's very well dressed. Like, he is probably the most flamboyant person you've seen in Vallaki besides yourselves. Like, he is someone who is actually wearing color. Like, he's got like vibrant reds and blacks, and he's wearing Heim with your role and Elwing with your role. He is wearing makeup. Like, he is he's sparing no expense to make himself look glamorous.
I'm going to look at the girls and say, "How about you get us a table and I'll get us some drinks and see about a room."
Heim's gonna go flirt.
Cool. Then I'm just going to walk up to the bar, and then in Elvish, I'm going to look over to the person beside me, the half elf, and say, "Hello, half years. Fancy seeing someone like me here." And then I'm going to look at the tavern keep, and then in common just say, "3 of your most cost-efficient ales, please."
Alright. Hang on. Right, so the guy at the bar, he kind of regards you, and you see a flash of recognition once you speak in the half-elven tongue. and or in the Elven tongue. It's, and in common, he says, "These are on me," and he slides some coins towards the barkeep. This is a friend of the family, you see. He has like a very silky, eloquent accent. Like the upper crust of someone from like Waterdeep or Neverwinter. It's an accent you haven't heard in a long time since you've come here.
I look at him and say, "It is good to hear your voice, new friend. Please, may I offer you a seat at our table?"
He says, "That would be lovely. It's been a long time since I've heard someone of your eloquence."
Well, I did go to school. For eloquence, I should add. Please come with
I
me.
can tell. Oh,
I
fantastic. I'd love to.
I take him by the shoulders and I come around the table and I say, "Ladies, I'd like you to meet a new friend of mine. Um, what's your name, friend?"
As you're putting him, he says, Danica, Danica, and he like clicks to where he says, 4 cups of Red Dragon Crush on me. He says,
Normally I like the grape crush, but
"Oh, you don't want the grape stuff. It's awful. It's literally swill."
I'll take your word for it, my good man.
He says, "Good evening. My name is Rictavio."
Oh no.
Can I roll a history check?
Sure, if you've heard of Rictavio.
Exactly, because I
He's
feel
putting
like you
like a
don't.
very thick, like, upper crust accent on it, like Rictavio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I feel like that's not a name that you forget, you know?
no, it really isn't. Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty upper
Um,
crust, but it doesn't ring a bell.
I go like, "Rictavio, it's a pleasure to meet you. I am Heim von Fancy Trow. You have probably not heard of my family, but
Oh, of course I've heard of you, my darling. That's a fantastic name.
you have?
Yes, oh, I'm a big fan of yours, your podcast.
Oh no.
You're
Um,
a fan of his
I'm
podcast.
sorry. Can you repeat that?
Oh, his
Yes, please repeat it.
podcast. It's amazing. It's so insightful.
Well, I guess I've just got to say, would you like an autograph?
Oh, yes, if you could tell me all about the episode with the pit demon when you went to the caverns of Avernus and just dealt with all of those demons and just tricked them out of their own wealth, that would be fantastic.
Um, uh, um, well, it was a rainy day in September, I believe. And that's about as much as I'm going to go into it.
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
love the episode where you tricked Avernus, Asmodeus, into releasing his entire realm to you over a game of poker. That was just genius.
Do we have our drinks at this point?
Oh, you absolutely do.
Okay, I'm just like laughing into my cup.
You do not remember any of these episodes.
Funny. You're absolutely correct. I don't. Um, I'm just going to drink and be like, well, I'm sure glad. What else have you heard of from my podcast?
Oh, that time that you tricked a mind flayer into believing that you were his own mother. That was just divine. Oh my god.
Octavio, I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm only going to ask it once. Are you making fun of me?
No, those are the best. That's the best thing I've ever listened to, my darling. Do you not remember
Uh,
that? That, I mean, that's pretty significant.
You know,
I think I'd remember tricking a beholder into sucking his own eye stalks off. That was pretty incredible.
Well,
Hey,
no, that does seem like something I would do now that you mention it, but I guess maybe coming into this strange land has altered my memories. I also never had gills before, and I show him
well,
my gills.
Oh, your gills are like one of the core elements of your podcast. You always talk about it. It's one of the things that gets you through most of your scrapes, I believe.
I take a big drink.
Tavio, just for our benefit, that is Eloine and myself, Haim has been so humble in the days that we've been traveling with him that he has refused to tell us the name of his podcast, even though, from what we've heard and from what you're saying right now, we would very much like to listen. What is the podcast called?
Well, let the man himself tell you. I mean, it's his podcast.
Well,
It's
he's
famous
been
throughout
so
the land.
humble.
Of course he knows the name of it. What is it, Haim? I'd love to hear you say it.
It's the Heimcast.
The Heimcast. Oh, it's such a simple but effective name.
And the slogan is "It's Heim time, baby,"
It's
with
Heim
three
time.
E's.
Oh, my wife loves it.
I'm not proud of myself.
Why? It's the most popular podcast in all of the land where I come from.
Where do you come from?
Well, Faerun. I mean, look at
What's
me. I'm not wearing grey. Of course I'm not from this land.
how Rictavio? How
Mm-hmm.
long have you been here for?
Like a week.
How long have we been here for?
I don't know. I just met you.
Sean. Sean. How long have we been here for?
Like a week.
Oh.
Um,
Listening to anything that's been put out while we've been here?
I will say, it's strange to see you with two arms.
what?
Heim?
I thought you lost
Lim?
one with that strange endeavor with the aboleth. Is that a prosthetic?
Listen, Rictavio, I am extremely excited to be meeting a fan, but it's very possible that among all my misadventures and such, I may have been sucked through a time portal. So, I have no idea what you're talking about right now. Rictavio, how did you get here?
Well, I was going about my business, listening to your podcast on my sending pods, as you do. And,
Yes, of course.
well, I was just going through the forest, and there was this thick mist, and I thought, well, nothing of it, just carry on, hippo, chop chop. Carried on through, and before I knew it, I was in this strange place with a very, very, very strange gate. I thought, well, that's probably fine, I don't know where I am anyway. And
How have you survived?
I'm very, very rich.
Well, this is good to know, I guess. By the way, can Heim have more, please?
More what?
Of this, Red Crush?
Of course! And he says, he just claps like that. Barkeep! More Red Crush! And even if you haven't finished your drink, she just like, okay, brings over another tray of drinks for all of you.
Can I do an insight check to see if this guy is what he appears to be presenting as? Like,
Yeah.
is he just, you know,
Absolutely.
18?
Yeah, he seems like he's pretty honest.
Oh, Lord.
He's got googly eyes for Heim right now. It's strange, I thought you had a beard, but you just seem to have a moustache. Have you shaved?
Rictavio, I don't know how many times I have to tell you. I have no idea what you're talking about. Now this all seems likely to be me. I am pretty great. These girls can account for it, but I I'm on like episode 4-ish. What was
Four?
Rictavio?
Four.
Rictavio,
Yes?
What is episode number 5?
Oh, well, it was when you uncovered the strange scheme going on in, what's that tiny little town called? Yartar, where you found the strange object buried in the ground. Yes, it was very, very strange. There was something to do with giants.
It seems like there's lots of
No, not Yartar, Tribor, that's the one.
stories.
Trivor?
You found a strange artifact in the ground in Tribor, and you dealt with it with much gusto and found it was something to do with giants. Very early
I
episodes.
think Heim just gets like a huge headache. Heim's just going to get up and I need to go to the bathroom. Rictavio, you look like a man who spends a lot of time in a bathroom. Which direction is it?
Up the stairs, my dear lad. There's a bathroom on the north side. Yeah, shall I come with you, or can you find it?
I can find it. You stay here. Do not follow me into the bathroom.
Okay. So yeah, you go upstairs. You kind of like walk up the stairs, and you can see at the end of the row. There's just like something that is clearly a bathroom, and you find it.
I do want to point towards can I do Elohim End Glim? Or just one?
Not at the same time, but if you've got time, you can definitely cast it twice.
Okay, I'm going to point towards Glim first and say, I think this is a devil based on its... Wait, how many words do I get?
25.
I think it is a devil because it knows my deepest desires. And I have to puke. BRB.
Bleh.
And then I'm going to go up to the bathroom.
Okay. You get up there, and it's just a bucket in a cupboard.
I get up here and there's 2 people.
Yeah, no, that's the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, there are multiple
Oh,
levels. Just stay there. You go upstairs. Oh god, you're going to the room. He's all over the place.
I'm here.
Yeah. So you get
I'm
upstairs, and there is just a cupboard with a bucket in it, and you just go puke in there.
I puke.
Yeah. Blech. Glim and Eloine, you both hear that message one after the other.
Rictavio,
Yes.
are you so you said you're from Phandalin?
Faerun, yes. Where you're
Sorry,
from, I imagine.
Faerun, yes. Are you trying to return there, or do you plan on staying here?
Have you found a way to leave?
Well, see, this is why I wanted to see. We're, we have some business here, but I think we would like to leave eventually. But you haven't found a way?
I'll be honest, I haven't tried. Do you know how easy it is to be the cheeriest man in Barovia?
Well, this is a happy place. I'm sure your happiness is probably fueling a lot of the magic.
Element, my dear. This is the best place to be for a wandering carnivalsman like myself.
Carnivalsman.
Yes, my
Right.
show goes far and wide, and it has never reached as wide as this. This is a chance to expand my legacy beyond the bounds of mortal preconception.
Right. Right.
Yes.
How have the most recent episodes of the Heimcast been?
Oh, it's been a while since I've listened to it. I've been here for a few months, and, well...
Sorry, you said you got here about a week ago.
Yeah.
Well, time is fuzzy here, my dear. I heard that I have this stone you see, and he pulls out a stone that is like identical to Heim's stone, but very, very small, like something that could fit in your ear.
Okay.
He says, "Well, I mean, I get the latest. I travel around the realm. I'm not exactly what you'd call a Terran dweller. I dabble in various realms, various timelines, and Ham's podcast is very, very intriguing for us of the temporal persuasion, if you know what I mean.
Oh God.
We're not doing well.
So you deal in time.
Time, space, place, change, that kind of thing.
Right.
We hop
What?
around. We get
So
around.
perhaps it's possible then, just spitballing here, that the Heimcast that you know is more from the future?
He looks at you for like a solid 2 or 3 seconds before his face just slackens. It's like, you mean that's no?
What do you,
Really?
Maybe?
it seems like it might be
He
possible.
says that's pre Tiamat Heim?
Sorry, what?
No.
Oh dear.
Before he slain the dragon god?
I don't believe so.
Before he
Now
ended the reign of the Storm King?
oh dear. Can I ask you what the earliest episodes of the Heimcast were about?
Oh, yes, I mean, nothing of this ilk. He traveled around killing goblins, he went to a strange town called Fandelver, rescued some dwarf. It was very unremarkable. I didn't start listening until very recently.
I see.
After I heard he killed a dragon god and, slain the Storm King, that was pretty much when I got interested.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Well, I would say that
He doesn't
it's a
look as
sound
powerful as I
theory.
thought. I thought he'd be taller.
Yes, we all believe Heim should be taller. Well, I suppose you're meeting your hero before he became a hero?
What do you mean?
Well, he's just starting out on his adventure, if this theory is correct, right?
He slams his hand on the table. He's like, you mean to tell me this is Babyheim, or of what its adventures?
Does that man look weathered to you?
Thought it was just an illusion. Produced from his powerful bardic magic.
Hmm.
Bar lady, I think you need a new bucket upstairs. What did I miss?
Heim, these ladies were insinuating that you are not the magnificent specimen of bardic prowess that you are, as in your podcasts. That you haven't even slain Tiamat.
I mean, they're not wrong.
What?
I mean, I do embellish a little bit on my podcast, but like extra attack here and there, not like murdered. Who is this? Tiny Met?
Tiamat, your mortal foe. The one that's slain your wife and killed your children, so you vowed revenge upon them. And killed them with
You're
your own
married?
hands.
Yeah.
It was an epic saga. Like, surely you could not forget about that.
As much as I desperately want to hear about all of this, I've got to go vomit again. Excuse me.
Oh,
And
very
I
well,
run
very well.
upstairs.
The trauma must be too much to relive those memories, I understand.
Hey, it's been a long day today, so maybe we should get a room and Heim can relax a little bit.
That
All
might
this news about his wife and whatnot.
be a good idea. Interesting.
But Rictavio, you'll be here, yes?
Of course, yes. I frequent here every day. I have to pop in to collect my rations that I've paid for, and a bit of wine. It's the only thing good around here worth living for. Yes.
Yeah.
What do
Well,
we do without the wine?
I look forward to hearing more stories about Heim's adventures in the coming days.
Of course, of course. I mean, you're his friends. You must know all about them.
Well, like Glim said, he's very humble, and so
Oh, he's so humble. It's true.
Yes.
Yes. Well, anyway, I must be off. And he just toddles out. Good day, my ladies.
Good day.
He shouts up the stairs. Goodbye, my hero.
All right, let's get a room.
Yeah, I'll go over to Danica, and ask for. Do we want 1 room or 3?
I guess it depends how expensive it is.
Yeah, how much are the rooms here? Danica, correct?
Hello, my love. What can I do you
Hey.
for?
Oh, I was just wondering how much your rooms are.
Oh, that's very easy, my love. We'll charge you 10 silver pieces per night. And if you want, there's some hot beet soup and fresh bread for free in the morning.
Oh, that's great. That's not bad at all.
Included in the price.
Why don't we get one for each of us then?
Sure.
Yeah, we've only got one occupant at the moment, so feel free.
You have 3 rooms available?
Absolutely.
Perfect. I'll slide over. You know what? I'll give her 35 gold. Just
35
as a little
gold.
tip. No,
Silver.
35 silver.
Buy the place out.
Yep. I meant silver.
Yeah. Okay, you pass over 35 silver. Oh, that's very generous of you, my dear. We'll make sure there's something very special for you ready in the breakfast. And she showed you
Wonderful,
up to your,
thank
she
you.
showed you up to your rooms. Will you be separate rooms, or are you gonna keep together?
Oh, we'll take separate rooms, I think. Right, guys?
Yeah, separate rooms.
Separate rooms, we all get a bed. That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
She says, we have 2 double rooms and 1 in the open area, but no one is currently staying there.
What, the open area? What's that?
It's 4 beds, 4 single beds in an open space.
Should we get the open area?
Or you
If
can
there's
have
2
one.
double rooms.
You could hire both the double rooms and have it all to yourself.
Do that. Why don't we do that? To
Sure.
get the 2 double
It won't
rooms.
cost any extra.
Perfect.
Oh, my dearie, that'll be 30 gold, 30 silver pieces altogether.
Okay, I give her the. I pass it over.
Cool. Right, let me show you to your rooms. She kind of like takes you upstairs.
Upstairs, like the way Heim is.
Yeah, so she takes you out the front, and then there's like a staircase out the front here.
Oh yes, I see.
You can see it.
Okay,
Right
I'll
over
go
here.
get Heim before we
Yeah,
do this.
we'll take home with you. Yeah.
Oh wait.
So yeah, she kind of takes you there, and then takes you. You scroll up a little bit. Oh, Glenn's got left behind. Ugh, that's so laggy. There you go. So she takes you up here, and then shows you to your rooms. There are kind of in this corridor right now. You can see below you here is like the tap room. Hang on, I need to reposition stream. There we go. So you can see below you here is like where the tap room is. It's kind of a balcony here, and you can see like these stairs up here where I went to puke. There's like the toilet down here for like the customers. She shows you into these rooms right here. I imagine Glim and Heim probably want to share a room. Glim and Eloise want to share a room, and Heim wants the other one.
Yeah,
Just
we'll
Makes
give Heim
split
sense.
you
some
by
space
gender, and
after
she was
his
like,
day.
"Yeah, oh, there we go. Well, it's one for the boy and one for the 2 girls. That's very nice. A lovely bed. Anyway, I'll bring your breakfast up to you in the morning, my dears."
Thank
She just kind
you.
of shuts the doors
Thank
behind you.
you.
Okay, well, should we check on Heim?
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, you're free to move around in this area.
Oh, okay. Where? Haim, hello. How you doing, buddy?
I think Haim's just like facing the corner, just like, go away, I'm sleeping.
I'll hop up onto the bed, just sit cross-legged at the foot of the bed. Do you want to talk about it?
I don't know what is going on. And I
I
just want to wake up from this terrible dream.
I think honestly, Haim, he was talking about time. I think he might have been from the future.
Yeah, if it's any consolation, Heim, future you seems very cool and successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good for future me, I guess. And the other stuff, I had no idea what he's talking about. I've never been to Fandelver. Well, I went once when I was a boy, but it was more of a stopover. We vacationed in Tribor.
I see. Tribor is where the giants were, I believe.
I've never seen a giant.
Well, maybe you will.
Listen, I like telling stories. I like listening to stories, and these are all great stories, but these aren't my stories. I didn't even make them up. I'm not I'm not that original. And this Tiamat? This this tiny mattress? Huh? That's
Would
fake, right?
I would know who Tiamat is, right?
Yeah, you would, Tiamat is not an uncommon figure in the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah.
You've heard of her in, like, legend. She's a five-headed dragon god that is not currently active from the timeline that you're from. But she's pretty much the god of all dragons, of all.
Thank God.
She's the god of all. Not chromatic, the other ones. She's the god of all the bad dragons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whatever chromatic opposite is. The colored dragons. Yes.
The colored dragons, careful.
Yeah, that's not good.
Chromatic
The
dragons.
colorful
Chromatic?
dragons.
Yeah, chromatic dragons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. The ones that aren't metal.
Yeah, the chromatic dragons.
Why are the metal ones metallic?
Metallic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm a DM. I'll cut that out. Yeah, she is the god of the chromatic dragons.
Yeah.
But she has been dormant for millennia.
Well, perhaps not for much longer if
If I'm to say about it.
Listen, I've got no ill will against dragons, okay? I don't want to kill dragons. I want to tell stories.
Well, maybe the stories that you tell in the future have something to do with dragons.
I can see that you are confused and stressed out right now. So how about we just sleep it off for the night and we we regroup tomorrow. What do you think, Heim?
Okay, but before you go, can you rub my back a little bit?
Glim gets off the bed. We'll buy you Legos tomorrow, Heim.
Legos.
I don't even want Legos anymore.
You sure you don't want a big set of the Death Star?
I just want to go back home.
Oh.
We're trying, Heim. And just think of the story that you're going to be able to tell, the true story of the heroism that you're performing here when we're done.
Yeah, I guess I am pretty heroic. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, you stood right next to me when I exploded the wolf.
That is true. I do have some wolf stuff left on me.
You do, yeah. Pick a clump of fur off of Heim's shoulder.
Flick it away.
And
Yep.
I think there's just like a little bit of silence before everybody realized that Heim just fell asleep.
All right, go back to our room.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, let's take a quick break. I'm just gonna go say hi to my roommate, and we'll get back on it.
Cool.
5 minutes.
How much?
Yep.
Well, how much longer do you have, Paige?
Yeah, I have to work in an hour. So
An hour? Okay,
yeah,
yep, that sounds good.
within the next half hour, maybe if we could wrap up.
Yep, sounds good.
Cool.
Go right. Take a quick 5, and I'll be right back.
Cool.